Alright everyone, welcome back to Lost Odyssey. Chocolate Milk here. We're going to be taking care of I shouldn't say the last two, but two more optional bosses in this game that we haven't yet done anything with. So our first stop is going to be the Numara Atoll. We can find an optional boss here first. Probably the easier of the two, so we're going to stop here first. This is only available if you picked up Ming's harp in the White Boa. So she's gonna tell us we're in the home of the Holy Beast. So I guess the dragon, or the Holy Beast, or whatever the heck it is, has been around for a long time. So it sounds like a wise creature. So we're gonna go visit it and get some of its crazy knowledge. You can save at the save point if you want, and then when you're ready, just step all the way forward here to the clearing. And then Ming will play her harp and summon the beast, so. Or she's gonna tell us a story first about how she met the beast. Her magic power scared people. I guess it would be pretty scary if you didn't have magic and somebody else had such a crazy power such as magic. I mean, that's not something you fool around with, obviously, you know. Good thing Ming's a good person, though. Uses it for the good, rather than someone like Angora. Such a nice sound the harp makes. This holy beast certainly doesn't look very friendly. That's great. Alright, so now I have to fight it rather than this nice reunion we're supposed to have with it. So Ming's mandatory for this battle, so to keep that in mind, you have to have her. Other than that, choose whatever party you prefer and jump right in. This enemy, in my opinion, drops probably one of the best accessories in the whole game, and really not a difficult boss in the very least to defeat. Of course, this is optional, so you get an achievement for this as well. Alright, let's start this up. Now, since I took set out, I don't have anything to show you the HP of the enemy and the elements, so I'll do that in a minute. I'm gonna first switch up my rings because it's a water creature, so I'm gonna put some earth on there. Switch up. I might switch up Seth as well because the master ring only really works for normal enemies. It doesn't work very well for bosses, which is unfortunate. It would be cool if you could like poison bosses and things like that, but that would make the game too easy, so I'm just going to go ahead and start going in with my earth and ground type spells. I suggest having mages for the majority of this battle because Grounda or All-Groundus, depending on what you have, really makes a huge difference. So I'm just going to go in and see if we can see how much HP this guy has. I don't think it's too much. It's definitely not unbearable here. Just gonna go in with Groundus with Jansen. 14,000, that's really not too bad. Should be able to defeat him in 2 or 3 turns. As for equipment, really not a whole lot. This is, again, one of these very, very easy optional bosses. And the only thing you really have to worry about is sleep. Get anti-sleep on all of your characters, or at least all of your immortals anyways. Because what will happen is it will cast all sleep on your party, and then it will cast a spell or an attack that will pretty much like one-hit KO you. So I guess in this aspect, or in that aspect rather, the boss is hard, but that's really only the only thing. It just put Aqua Mine on itself, which means that every time Kaim and Seth attack, they're gonna take damage because of the mine on its body, but yeah, it's not too much. I mean, it's only 200, that's just a little tiny, puny bit of damage. I mean, healing's not even necessary in this battle at all. It would just be the sleep I'd be worried about. But other than that, it doesn't have any other status effects, to my knowledge anyways. And of course it's a magical creature if you haven't already figured that out, so it'll cast spells on you. That one's a bit more deadly. But as you can see, I think we're on our 4th turn and we've already got this creature beat, no problem. So here it goes with all sleep. But luckily I protected against that with mostly everybody except for Jansen, but that doesn't matter anyways. We're gonna win, so no biggie. So there we go. Hopefully no one has any problems with that fight. I don't think I missed any. I don't think I left anything out, as far as I know.
Like taking candy from a baby.
So we get the 1000 Year Memories accessory, which will give you 10 skill slots for your immortals. Absolute wicked accessory. So you can come get this at any time after you get Ming's Harp. And he's calmed down now, so we won't ever have to fight Ming's friend ever again, so all well that ends well. So there we go. That's it for this area. We already looted this place quite a while ago, and there's nothing here. So after that, we're gonna go face up against one more boss in this video. Might as well get it out of the way while we're here. We're going to be going to the snowfields of the northern land. I accidentally came here the one time. I took a wrong turn, and we're gonna come back here. I had said we were gonna come back here later. So it's more snow, more cold, and this actually kind of looks like the place that Mars and Sarah and Kai met up. Like it looks like it, but I'm not too sure. And the reason we're coming here is because we get the best black magic spell in the game. We got the best white magic from the Kalalon King, and the creature here will know, or the creature here will give us the greatest black magic spell. So Jansen's just gonna tell us about it. And I guess Jansen has already been here looking for it, but he didn't quite have the best of luck with that the first time around. So we're just standing around talking. Blah blah blah. He's gotten Seth and Zed interested, being that they're pirates. They want to get all the loot that they can get. So alright, now the thing with this area is that it's actually a maze. You'll notice that these little like, I don't know what to call them. I have no idea. The word escapes me, like a jet of particles, I guess, blowing in the air, and it actually drains your MP for every, it's like second you're in the snowfield. So you want to find your way through here as fast as you can, because every second that you're in here, it's pretty much going to drain a bunch of your MP. So by the time you get to the boss, you might actually have a bunch of your MP lost. So what you're going to do to find your way out of this maze is you're going to go towards the particles, into them. That is the way to solve this area. So just go into the direction that they're coming from, and you have to do this 5 times. And every time you go through a screen, you'll get like a little bit of dialogue between your party. So as you can see there, my MP is being drained. I mean, only by 1 point each time, but still, after a while. And they're just gonna tell you they're getting closer, which I guess is good if you don't know where you're going, you know, like you know you're getting closer. And if you do get lost, you can actually press down on your right control stick and it'll bring you back to the world map. I mean, if you did get lost. So you don't have to sit here and lose all your MP and be lost forever. So there we go, 5 screens later. And we can come up against this boss here now. Jansen failed to mention this ferocious beast when he was telling us about the story, so yep, thanks Jansen. Thanks for leaving out that little detail. So for this boss battle, naturally, because this was revolved around Jansen, he will be a party member that's mandatory, so you'll have to have Jansen in, and I guess I'll take out Sed for this. I'd rather have Kime. Put Jansen in the back, as always. And, like, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out that you just had to... I was trying to put Sed out, rather than, like, switching Kime in. I don't know what I was thinking. I was half asleep, apparently. So, once you get your party sorted out, get ready to rumble. This guy really isn't too difficult either. He's quite resistant to quite a few things, just like the cave worm. Like it just seems like the hits kind of bounce off this guy. So, all right, let's check out some stats here and get our equipment fixed. I gotta try to find a better ring. I've been trying to make better use of my rings because I really wasn't doing that in the beginning of the game, and someone had kind of reminded me that rings are really good to use. So I don't really know my way around my rings very well, so you're gonna have to see me go through this menu a few times trying to figure out where it is to go. I think it's a beast. Now it's organic. So I went through all that trouble, equipped the wrong ring for nothing. So I gotta go through and find an organic ring. So it's an organic creature, which it's just very weird to me that it's organic. You would think it's a beast, but no, never mind. So this guy's got 9,000 HP, which is really a lot less than the Holy Beast. However, the reason for this is because he's quite resilient to a lot of things. So I'm gonna put Powerous on Seth because she's got the better ring and the better like sword on her for the moment. So she's gonna get really super powered up. And see, even with a good ring and a perfect, that was only 1,000 damage. Now luckily, since it only has 9,000 HP, you really shouldn't have to worry. So you can do whatever you like. You can, I would suggest just relying more or less on Kime and Seth for this, because as you can see, magic attacks just really aren't doing very well. This guy's got Death, as you can see. Death is unavoidable. There's no status effect, you know, or item that can protect against it, so you're just gonna have to put up with it. Hopefully it targets a mortal, or an immortal like he did there. Kime will come back on his own in 3 turns, and when he attacks, he generally gets 2 turns, or 2 attacks in 1 turn, which is very annoying. As you can see, he did Prismus and Death. So you can also put up All Barricadus, which will, or you know, All Barricade, which will help you protect against magic attacks if you feel like doing that. Death, something that's unavoidable. You don't have much of a choice there. And as you can see here, since Seth had Powerous, she does to about 2,000 more damage, which is a huge difference. So that's why I chose to do that. And he might even show off Leveler. Yes, there it is. So this is Leveler. This is the black magic that we came for. It's a pretty cool looking animation. And I think this is another one of these HP things. Like it does damage based on how much like HP the enemy has, I think. Although it doesn't make sense because he did 3,000 in Jansen, or the beast only has like 1,000. But anyways, so there we go. Ruba isn't too hard to defeat. It's just the death spell that's quite annoying, and he's also just quite resistant. So, nothing special. So for defeating him, we also get a good accessory. This is the blue dragon eye. And we also get the spell that we came for, so goodies all around in this video. And for that, we also get 2 sweet achievements, 10G, 10 gamer score each, for both the Holy Beast and the Blue Dragon. Let's go sell this sucker. Jensen, we just worked our asses off trying to get this, and now you want to sell it. That's a little silly in my opinion. Alright, so before we go, we should probably check out our new stuff that we got. Starting with the Blue Dragon. It absorbs water damage, and the 1,000-year memory, of course, will put 10 extra slots on your character. Incredibly, incredibly useful. And the Black Magic, we got Leveler down here. Inflicts damage on one enemy based on your current HP. Okay, so I was correct when I said that. And that's about it, guys. We defeated 2 extra optional bosses, and we're getting this game finished slowly but surely, so thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope that you'll be joining me in the next video.